5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
David Wright. David Wright. David.
Good afternoon and welcome to The Right Way with me, David Wright, this Thursday afternoon. And a big thank you, as always, to John Alex for keeping us entertained this afternoon. John will be back tomorrow, 2 till 4, same time, same place. Well, it's looking good for the weekend again. Temperatures around 30 degrees tomorrow and into the weekend. Come and say hi. The comment section is now open. It's rebooted, so it's all started again. Come and keep me company for the next hour. Coming up on today's show, more tips and advice on living and working in Spain, and some new news on the animal welfare law. Now, this is some new news for dog owners in Spain. You're going to want to hear this coming up in the show a little bit later on.
David Wright. Help and advice for living and working in Spain. You're listening to The Right Way. The Right Way with David Wright.
So I'm going to be playing a few of the guitar riff classics today, some rock and roll stuff, some really nice intros. I've been going through some of the music for my guitar. I got my electric guitar out this week. I haven't been playing it for a long time. Still learning, still playing around. Sounds like a strangled cat, I must admit, but I love playing these guitar riffs, these famous songs, or trying to, should I say, and really gets the blood going sometimes. So some more of this coming up a bit later on in the show. So yeah, I was at the doctor's today, and people were saying it's hard to get an appointment here. Well, in the UK, I know it's terrible trying to get an appointment, but here, made an appointment for the doctors on Monday, and I got the appointment this morning, so not bad at all. And I had a mark on my face, a sunburn mark. It's been itching a little bit, so went and had that freeze. They put this freezing spray on it. It burns quite a bit, and so hopefully that'll help get rid of that in a few days' time. So yeah, doctor's appointments here. You can always also go over to the digital certificate. I've told you about this before. If you haven't yet downloaded your digital certificate in Spain, all you need is your NOA number here and an address, and you can get a digital certificate, and you can do all this stuff online now. You can pay your taxes, pay bills, and get money back, rebates, all sorts of things online, and make doctor's appointments. And if you want to do it even faster here, go into your local clinic, your local doctors, and just take a ticket there, get a number, and they make you an appointment there and then. For me, Monday, I went in, got the appointment for today, done and dusted, all over. So pretty good service here in Spain. That was Melendi there. Desde que estamos juntos, until we are together. Okay, so living and working in Spain tips. Now, I've got one here I've got to give you. There's the trains. There's loads of free deals and discounted deals all across Spain at the moment. Now, Renfe, the big Spanish company here, the train company, are offering this week special ticket prices from just €7 all across Spain and into France. And although they say this is just this week's offer, it's a special offer this week, they will be popping this up on their promotions website throughout the year and into next year. So yeah, if you're thinking about travelling on a train, just from €7 from Renfe there. So that's good news, isn't it? In the ghetto there, Elvis Presley.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's The Right Way with David Wright.
Okay, so I told you about the new Spanish laws for the animal welfare laws that are into place now here in Spain, and there's some more amendments to this, and a new one for dog owners. This is something I haven't talked about on the shows before, a new law for dog owners. You want to hear this coming up after this.
Plus, we also into The Right Way. The Right Way with David Wright.
Okay, so I told you about the animal welfare laws here in Spain. Now, there's some pretty strict rules and regulations for pets now. And under the new animal welfare law, pets must be allowed in bars, restaurants, hotels, and on all public transport from now on. So, yeah, that's quite good for dog owners and all pet owners, actually. And also, part of this law is allowing pets into these public buildings and things like that, the restaurants. They're also saying that because now of this new law, amendment to the law, that fines of up to €10,000 for leaving your dog tied up outside a supermarket. So how many people have you seen leave their dog tied up outside a supermarket? Well, now that is against the law, and you can be fined up to €10,000 for that. It's all part of the new animal cruelty laws and animal welfare laws. And remember, you can't leave your dog tied up on a terrace or balcony here for any length of time, or in a car where it may be too hot for the dog. This is all part of the new animal welfare laws. And if you want to read up all about that, just go over to the Al Maria radio station website, click on the drop down menu there, and on my page, that's The Right Way with me, David Wright, there's an info site and all the information there. You can read about all these laws yourself.
Rumors spreading round in that Texas town about the shack outside the games. And you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls.
So good afternoon to Guy in the comments section who's asked us about solar panels. Well, this is my personal opinion, Guy, and for me personally, not worth it. I've had to have solar panels fitted here as part of my new build here 4 years ago. I built a house here, and it's law in Spain that you have to have 2 solar panels on your house if it's a new build, or this new thermal heating system, which is a high energy heating system. I went with the solar panels 4 years ago, thought it was a good idea, wanted to be green and do my bit for the environment, all that sort of thing. So we had the 2 solar panels fitted. They were the best at the time that you could get, and I had a 300 litre water tank. Very happy for the first year or so, but then I started to get a few leaks with it, a few problems. In the summer months I had to cover up the panels because they were overheating, and the pipe burst, and we had to have a thermostat fitted. Then more problems, and it wasn't the proper liquid, and the setup wasn't right, so we had to guy out again. This went on and on. Kept spending money. In the end, the tank had a problem with it, and it was because of the heat, it overheated, even with the thermostat. So the guy said it would be cheaper to put a new tank in. Well, cheaper, they say. It was €800 for a new tank. So in the end, I went to a shop and got an electric heater, a normal electric heater. Had that fitted upstairs. That was €350, and took the solar panels down. Put it on a timer. So we got the electric on a timer, and it comes on for 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. We've got more than enough hot water for the whole family to shower here when we want. And in the summer months when it's hot, the tank actually heats up anyway in the heat of the sunshine. So I find that our electric bill, as the cheap as it is, although it's gone up a little bit, it's gone up, everyone's has gone up, as we're paying around €72 a month for our electric. That's on a new 4-bedroom house with everything I've got going here. That's with my studio, gymnasium, God knows what else, the pump on the pool going and everything. So €72 I think isn't bad to pay for electric. For me, solar panels still aren't worth it for me at the moment. Maybe in the future, maybe for some other people they might be worth it, but I still don't think we're up to the par on these solar panels yet. So let us know what you think. Do you think it's a good idea, solar panels, or is it still early days yet?
You're listening to The Right Way. The Right Way with David Wright.
Now it's time to say a big thank you to the sponsors of my show, Next Stop Ibiza, a professional relocation service and property search in Ibiza. NextStopIbiza.com understands the challenges and the joys of relocating to Ibiza and is committed to making your transition as seamless and stress-free as possible. So, if you're thinking about buying or renting in Ibiza or relocating there, then go straight to NextStopIbiza.com. So tomorrow, Friday, on my show, The Right Way with me, David Wright, at 4 o'clock, I'm going to be talking about work in Spain. Now, this is one of the questions I get asked a lot from people on my sites. Now, finding work in Spain, I'm thinking of coming over to Spain. Is there any work there? Can I find a job there? And lots of people always answer, no, there's no work in Spain. It's really difficult for British people to find work in Spain. But there's lots of different ways of getting around this. There is plenty of work here in Spain if you've got the right skills. And on my show tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about this. Going to be going in depth to it a little bit. I'm going to be giving you some tips and advice on how and where British people can find work in Spain, what sort of work and what sort of money you can be earning, all on my show tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that here on El Maria Radio. So it's time for Artist of the Week now.
The Artist of the Week, sponsored by The New Bar International and Something Special in Touré.
And now it's Chris de Burgh, Sailing Away. Just got time for one more, I think. And remember, after me, it's the 5 o'clock hit mix with Rob Mack. And I'll be back tomorrow with more tips and advice on living and working in Spain. And a special on my show tomorrow talking about finding work for British people here in Spain. Some do's and don'ts. And my 5 top tips on how you can find work here in Spain. You have the Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. And remember, if you want all the information, tips and advice, you can go over to the El Maria Radio website. All the links are there. Click on the drop-down menu on the right-hand side of the website there, and you'll find my page. That's The Right Way with me, David Wright. And there's links to all the information I give out on all of my shows here. And today we've been talking about the new animal welfare law, and there's some new changes to the dog owners here. So remember, you can't leave your dog tied up outside the supermarket anymore. So there's some more tips and advice on that. You can read all about the laws, all about the new dog laws here in Spain. These are pet laws, the new pet laws that have come in. That's all over on the El Maria Radio website. I'll be back, same time, same place tomorrow. Thanks for listening.
That's all, folks.